Hey Luther, I am excited about our date tonight. It is gonna be nice. We had good conversation last time, and so
We did.
definitely. Let us see your tattoos. What you got going on?
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I got tattoos in other places too, but I can't show it to you right now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe later on down the line, I can show them to you. But yeah, that's what I do though. I ain't lose. Matter of fact, baby, I got a gift for you.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I know your favorite color. I know what kind of animals you like. So just a little something from me to you, baby.
Okay. Oh, Luther, you shouldn't have. What is it? What is it?
That's you, baby. I drew you. You see, the hair and the earrings right there, and you know what those are. So yeah, you have it.
Thank you, Luther. So sweet.
You son of a biscuit.
We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's up, KOED Camp folks? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. It's all about our special rants. And yes, we're here talking about put a ring on it. And yeah, still got a little sinus thing going on, little sinus issues, and drainage, and
Okay.
and all that.
Okay. Now, if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. That one, yes. And let's just go ahead and get it to it. The tees that we're wearing today, you should see along this video.
So God first, hat, tees.
What this tee say, baby?
Happy spouse, happy house. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't happy wife, happy life.
That's right. Happy spouse, happy house. Because both spouses have to be happy.
Exactly. Okay, so it's called The Gift. So it started off with Joya saying from last week, where Joya was saying that Luther got her to give his the pink. No, sorry, he got her to give this episode where he was talking about, they into pink flamingos and all that stuff, whatever. Production be knowing, so they know exactly who to get and all that stuff, unless these folk really truly be kind of acting.
No, they know who to get. You saw about the date they gave Ricky. They knew who to get.
And so anyway, yes, she wants a second date with Luther. So Jasha was just saying that he not gonna lie, it made him feel a little uncomfortable. He feeling like, I guess, Luther is a threat to him and his relationship. So
yeah, he has every right to be uncomfortable with Luther, man. Luther's a smooth operator, and you got Jay got her all smitten.
Joya,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So Jasmine is getting ready for.
So a Jay,
yeah, Jasha do, Joya do, Jasmine do. So yeah, they all start with a J. So you can't just slide by and say J. Which one?
Yeah, I figured it out.
So Jasmine's getting ready for her date, and she said that she's a little bit nervous about her date and stuff. And Zay was saying that he nervous too, because I guess just nervous in general because of the past dates and stuff.
Zay, in my opinion, man, he don't have nothing to be nervous about. I think Zay and Jasmine, they concrete, man. They ain't going nowhere, man.
I think they just got their issues.
Yeah, they not going nowhere. Cause Zay, he don't disrespect Jazz when he go on his dates, man. So he's so all into Jazz. So I don't see nothing happening. It's no foregone conclusion with these two couples. I mean, these two people here, because they rock solid, man. They 10 toes down with each other, for each other.
Yeah, she did say that she hoped that, you know, her date athletic and stuff. I guess she just throwing little shots and being petty. But of course, what's his name? Joshi. Oh, these J's, really people? Josie. So then when they showed him, I said, well, girl, you ain't get your wish because he does not look athletic. Honey.
Yeah,
That's what
but don't because he don't look it don't mean he's not. Cause the boy has some moves, man, on the ice skating ring, man. Cause you got some big dudes, man. They can, you know, they can move around.
Can you ice skate?
I've done it before.
I've done it several times, and I actually used to like it. I've done it a bunch of times, and I actually used to like ice skating. So yeah.
Okay, you want a cookie?
You got one? Anyway, so Josie he pull up and you know Zay let him in and everything. So you know when he seen Jasmine, he asked for a hug. She said, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You know,
That's what I said. You know, Jasmine and Zay, they ain't going nowhere, man. Cause she didn't want to hug Josie because that's her name, Josie. Josie, yeah. She didn't want to hold Josie because she was trying to show Zay that she's respecting the boundaries that's set in place for one another when they go on their dates. So she's just trying to prove a point. And like I said, man, they not gonna really step outside the boundaries. They're not gonna push the boundaries, you know, on these dates because you know they love each other. They ain't going nowhere, man.
So she said she'll explain the hug later. You know, I think Zay was he giving his, you know, okay, y'all have a good time, something like that or whatever.
Man, go knock yourselves out, man. Enjoy yourselves, man. It's
so of
good.
course they go ice skating. Josie said, you know, they talk about relationship and stuff. Now she did say, because Josie wanted to know, okay, you say he can't touch you, but you know, if she fell, what? She said, I expect you to pick me up.
See, you can't have it both ways, Jasmine. See, if I was Josie, I said, all right, you want me to hold you or hug you? All right. When you fall, just like this. Watch you fall, timber. She hit the ice, man.
Because when she was on the ice, they were holding
Yeah,
hands, and I know it's to keep her up, but still,
man, you can't have it both ways, man.
Because y'all said, "Oh, we respect the boundary of physical touch." That was physical touch.
What happened? Why she broke her leg? She told me not to touch her, man. She said boundaries, so hey.
But Joseph was just saying that he was in a relationship 7 months ago, but he learned or is still learning that, you know, basically you got to be whole, you know, before you get in a relationship. You know, you got to know who you are, what you want, and what you accept and what you don't accept. And to me, I learned all of that when I got a divorce and became single. Well, when I got a divorce and started dating. And then I realized, okay, I don't like this. This don't make me feel good. I don't want to talk to like this. You never. So it made me adjust to what I liked and what I didn't like. But if you don't know who you are, then you're just gonna accept somebody cheesing and grinning at you and say, "Ooh, he like me."
Yeah, you gotta take time out for yourself to know yourself. And Josie, he said it right, man. You got to learn yourself, man, because. Jeez, man, you know, that's what's wrong with people now when they get out of a relationship, they jump right back into another relationship without getting that healing, without learning themselves.
Yep.
And you're going to, like you said, accept the same stuff over and over again. And guess what? It's just like an endless cycle. You're going to continue to repeat the same thing. So take a break, take some time off to yourself, learn yourself, know yourself, love yourself. Then you can move forward. You know?
That's it. So he asked what's going on with, you know, her and Zay. And so what she said, it seemed like that they was dating, but Zay brought up marriage.
Yeah, you said it right. He said it to lock her down.
That's what I had said off camera.
Yeah, you know, you said it, yeah, to lock her down. Tell her something she wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? So
like she told Josie that she never brought up marriage.
Right, but she might not brought it up, but maybe that's what she wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? And Zay just told her what she wanted to hear. And after she said, you know, after he told her that, and she probably accepted, you know, then he said, okay, I got you now. I can take my time on
she said
to the next level.
Bagging back. So let's move on to Luther and Joya, honey. So they on their date. Luther was excited to have a second date. So because he was so excited about that second date, he decided to do something a little special for Joya because Joya is special. So he painted her what it was, a flamingo in the New York symbol.
Yeah, New York Mets. The Mets, the baseball team. I think it was the Mets. So it could be, yeah. And the logo was, instead of having the New York Mets logo, he used the pink flamingo in the logo for New York Mets. And on the background was turquoise. That's her favorite color. So he took some time out and painted that for her,
And he listened.
gift wrap and everything, and brought it to her. And she gave her a rose too.
Oh yeah,
And
she was smitten.
yeah, she was smitten. I said, all right, Luther, I see you, brother. You gotta be careful with dudes named Luther, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the name itself, Luther, man.
Long
Yeah.
ago.
So yeah, so I said, dang, I wish I had named Luther. Like they had to name me Eddie. Eddie ain't got that smooth sound
At
to
all.
it. Hey, what's your name? Eddie.
Easy spirit. Easy spirit.
All right,
And new
wah,
Does
wah,
not Eddie remind you of old? Does it not?
No, it did not.
Well then,
Yeah.
why when you said they had the name, you even confirmed it?
Yeah, I just said it don't sound smooth like
At
Luther.
all.
Luther, man. What's your name? Luther. Man, ooh. Even the name.
They think of Luther Vandross.
Yeah, well, even pronouncing the name Luther, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but pronounce
roll off your tongue.
Yeah, but say Eddie.
I know. And when I first met you, I said, "Ooh, that's his name." Ooh, okay. I look past all of that. He a nice looking man, but I won't fixate on the name.
Hey there, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Courtney, what you doing? What's all that noise in the background? That was my first time talking to her on the phone.
First of all, that wasn't their first time.
Well, it was the first time I noticed sounds in the background. I said, "Well, that noise in the background. Sound like she lives next to a drag strip."
That's why you can't get it out.
Yeah, I can't get it out. I said, all those motorcycles in the background? Do you live by a bike track? Every time she try to say something, I hear a bike go by in the background. I said, what's going on? This is some sound right.
Anyway.
And little did I know, she did route the main drag, man. You can see, golly, you can see her car route the main road, man. It's like right there in the hood. And he doing donuts.
First of all, he lies you to you. I was staying with my mom.
Why you gotta throw your ball in the bus like that?
Saying where I was staying. I was staying
where
I worked there.
Then she said, you can come by the house. I came by the house one night, right? I said, well, you gonna be outside? She said, I'll be in the window.
I don't think I told you play by play. I didn't say that.
I drove up. She was the one. No, y'all remember Miss Jenkins from Living Color? She had a little bundle. Hey, baby.
It wasn't even that funny. Not me.
I ain't like y'all dating Miss Jenkins.
Anyway, let's move on because you tickled because I got and you be putting your beard on that microphone.
She had the button on and the roll, everything leaning out the window. I be out there. Woo! Good
Glad
time.
you was able to get that joke out because I've been cracking on you so much lately. You had it. Oh, I gotta find some. Gotta find some. So yeah, there you go. I'm glad you feel good. So anyway, Luther, he painted that flamingo. So she said, okay, let me see. I see. Now, first of all, I think Luther did this on purpose because I don't think Luther had his shirt unbuttoned last time.
Oh no, Luther didn't dress like that last time, man. But he made show that he showed some of his tattoo at first. You know what I'm saying? He made show because it's gonna pique her interest, which it worked.
It did.
It worked.
But let me tell you something. So Luther was operating how some women operate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, first date. Okay, now you feeling them, so you're gonna show them some cleavage or go down. You know, shirt be way down here. So he operated like a woman. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to
women
tease.
Women do that on the first date.
Not all of them.
No, women I went to, they make show. It shows some little skin so you can be in.
Well, I never did that.
No, you showed it.
Yeah, turtlenecks all the way. Anyway.
I thought you was a nun at first.
So, but I got the ring though, right? Okay. Yeah. So anyway,
Y'all, you show your stuff on social media. I said, dang. I said, ooh. Gee. I said, you wearing your little spandex on. I said, okay. All right.
The lies you
For
tell.
everything I do on social media.
And then you go
I'm working out. Yeah, sure. Why you gotta work out? Why you gotta post on social media?
Because it was, hey, encouragement, motivation.
Yeah,
so yes,
whatever,
I was working out.
man.
So, but anyway, back to this. So she said, she said, oh, I see you with your tattoos. Let me see them. So he showed it to her on his confession. He said, okay, it showed that she attracted to me if she wanted to see my tattoo.
Oh yeah, physically attracted to him, man. Of course, man. I don't have no tattoos, so I couldn't pull that out.
It just show your chest hair. We're like, ooh, we need to see them braiders. We need to braid all that hair.
You need to comb it. What's all that curl up?
Need a relaxer. Straighten the comb.
I hate that I have chest hair, man. God, I hate that, man.
You always shave it?
Huh?
You can always
But when it comes back, it'll be itching, you scratching. Like,
You need to get it waxed. That's why some people get it waxed.
Bunk that, man. You're gonna torture me.
So anyway, he did ask the question that, if they was to if they would have met 2 years prior to her being with Jasha. Sorry, getting all these names mixed up with Josie, Jasha, all of them. Would he have a shot? So she was like, yeah, most definitely. And that's goodness. Oh no. So anyway, so Jasha is on his date with Soraya. I think I pronounced it right. I had to say it.
She was a passing moment. I hate to say it.
What she was?
She was a passing moment because
kind of like Zay did with his date.
Yeah, because Jasha really couldn't focus and concentrate, on his date because he was so concerned about Joya going on her date with Luther, and plus he said, like you said, man, basically y'all gave me a Joya 2.0, Jamaican, short, light skinned, real estate agent, everything. You know what I'm saying? So
like to travel. The only difference they had that she said she don't mind giving her man a baby if that's what he want, but she don't want to have no more kids for real. So but yeah, like he can really focus on that. And he said they got what he don't need a duplication of what they got because this what he already got. So anyway, let's move on to Zay date with Kenyatta.
Same thing. Zay did a little boxing, talked a little bit, and
she did say she wouldn't mind seeing him with his shirt off.
Yeah, she did. But Zay ain't hear none of that, man, because he all into Jasmine. Because she, even his date asked him, would it be okay for her to get a hug? And Zay said, no, I can't hug you, man. I gotta respect no woman.
Yep, he said no boundaries. She said, but you can hug strangers.
No.
He said, yeah, but no.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I think she wanted to feel that chest and stuff because she wanted to see with his shirt off, so she wanted to see how his body felt.
Yeah.
And then he said we could do air hugs.
Yeah. So like I said, Zay and Jasmine, they ain't going nowhere.
Let me tell you something. I think Zay learned his lesson when last time that he told that girl, "Ooh, you look good." Okay, there's some competition going on. He said, "I ain't finna put foot in mouth no more."
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, Zay is learning. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he's doing this off camera like he's doing it on camera.
Yeah. So let's move on to Catherine and Marcus. So Marcus back for a Kazia. I done stopped counting, child. He just here.
I think they're dating now. They're in a relationship. They're in a full-blown relationship right now.
Listen, she went on a date with, what, one person?
Yeah, one person before. The older guy. The short older guy.
That was her ex.
Yeah.
What short older guy?
The
first day he was like, "Oh, I'm liking this." They went to a coffee shop and he was funny.
Right.
And then she went on a date with her ex. And I think after that, it been Marcus.
Right.
So Marcus done got him some good old camera time.
Yeah, like I said, they in a full blown relationship now, man. Because this is 4th date.
That's why I said can't count. I thought it was 5th.
I think it's 4th date.
How many episodes we got, Trey? It seems like you've been on one every episode. So anyway, they going to a breakfast bar. So we thought it was a restaurant in Atlanta that we had visited one time that said some good old lamb chops and yams and greens and corn. Yeah. But it wasn't. So I said, you know what? This made me feel like, okay, when we go to Atlanta, I'm going to have to make sure I come a little better because if we somewhere eating in a restaurant, they say, hey, listen, camera crew finna come in, y'all just act normal because people was outside, they was looking, people walking, stuff, folks was looking. So
that's you. I'm going to be like I am now.
Well, men don't have to do
Man,
much.
be all country.
And
Woo!
ashy.
That's right. I keep it real.
And they gonna escort you right out or edit you out. So yeah, because you gonna be back there looking at the fourth wall, right?
That's not the fourth
The
wall.
third.
No.
Second, fourth. Okay, sure. All right, so anyway, so let's move on. So he had seems as though Marcus had come off a business trip just to film or just go on another date with Catherine. And so he talked about that. She appreciated him for doing all that. She was telling him about how things was going. She said that, you know, she wants to have quality time. That's one of her love languages. And, you know, with Ricky, it's just kind of hard. He even talking about, child, you need to find something else to do, honey. Get somebody else to do it because you be in my face too much. And she said, you know, she likes to have quality time. Well, Margaret said, forget him, child. If he won't do it, I will. I like quality time. I want to make my girl feel like, you know, Catherine said she want to be in her femininity. She want to just relax and have a man around and not have to be worried about a lot of stuff.
I really think Ricky still see Kat as a friend, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know, they met as friends. They've been friends for a long time. I still think Ricky's still stuck in that same mindset of seeing Kat as a friend. That's why, God, go somewhere else. You know, be, I don't like, stuff like that. He don't treat her as a woman, like a girlfriend. He treats her as like a friend, like I said before.
That's why she said she want to be relaxed in her femininity
Right.
and let the man, you know.
Right, and that's the
plus
reason why.
they stay in the house like the Hispanics, child. They got folks on top of folks on top of folks. Don't the Hispanics do stay in? There be a lot of people in there, right? I'm not telling nothing that's not true. I ain't say all of them, but some of them do. They be in there on top of folks.
Yeah, and a lot of black people eat watermelon chicken.
And they do.
Oh, man.
Watermelon in the refrigerator right now, and I've been eating chicken fingers for the last, you know. Now we talk about stereotype versus something that's true, because you know I've been around Hispanics and a lot of them do, and that's for their own purpose of saving money and doing a lot of stuff or whatever, you know.
It's
no shade, that's just true.
It's a cultural thing with them though. But no, man, I really think Kat and Ricky need to go ahead and go their separate ways.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because as long as Kat stay in that relationship with Ricky, she's gonna be miserable and she's gonna be crying all the time.
Yeah. And trying to fix herself, and really she needs some good old therapy, honey, because coming on this show or being with Ricky is not enough. You got to be getting some good old therapy.
Because apparently Ricky sees his ex-wife as a friend too, because they still have a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess he friends on everybody but Sheila. So anyway, so
just stuck with Sheila, bro.
So Mark is trying to shoot his shot. He was like, you know what I'm saying, like, really truly, you got the one thing about a man wants respect, women want love. He said he always heard that.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. He's 100% correct on that. Me personally, I feel like he is, because if you respect somebody enough, that love gonna fall in place.
A man,
right? You know what I'm saying? Now, women, y'all like to be loved, but y'all want to be respected too, right?
For sure, because you can't love me, be out there running them streets on with other people. That's disrespectful.
Right. So yeah, I get it, man, because, you know, don't disrespect me, man, you know, because what's the old saying? It's better to be feared than love.
Right.
Yeah, it's better to be feared than love. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want that, but sometimes, you know, especially if you're a leader or somebody like that in that position, you know, some people like to be feared than love. So, you know, you're too scared to do anything to go against them. So, you know, but, you know, that's besides the point. I'd rather be respected, love fall in place after that.
You saying for a man,
for
first
a man.
thing to be respected.
Yeah, respect me. Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, and love me. You know what I'm saying? You know, because then again, if you love somebody, you're going to respect that person. So it plays hand in hand.
It should. You should.
But then again, yeah, that's true too. Because you can love somebody, but go out there and disrespect them all day long.
Yeah. That's a whole different subject.
But the thing is, if you love somebody, you're not going to disrespect them, though.
You're
not going to hurt their feelings.
Well, it's a given. When you love somebody, you're going to hurt their feelings, you know. But as far as this, you could say something wrong that hurt their feelings.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah, you can. But I'm just
you're
saying,
talking about disrespecting
somebody to the point.
somebody out, going out there cheating, doing all these disrespectful stuff, because to me, disrespect is another level than just hurt your feelings.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because hurt your feelings. I know I might say something wrong. You catch you at a bad time, it might hurt your feelings. But I'm talking about once you take it to that next level, like cheating, creeping. If you love somebody, you're not gonna do that. You shouldn't do that.
I heard Judge Toller. She was on a podcast, and I can't remember the guys' names. But anyway, so she was saying that as dang it, forgot my train of thought. Ooh, child. So anyway, but she was just saying, as far as one thing about it that she won't ever do, like she won't ever disrespect her. She said she loved that man too much to ever disrespect him. And when they was talking about like some stuff is what's considered, I guess, like cheating or whatever, she was saying if you doing something on your phone and your husband can't stand over your shoulder and look at what you doing, like you got to hide it from him, then that's disrespectful.
Thank you. I totally agree.
So, she was just saying.
But to me, as soon as he walks in the room, hey, you hiding something, man. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get off that page or click off this. If you can't do it in front of me, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. So that's what she was saying. It was a lot of wisdom that Judge Toller, expounded on. But yeah, so it really and truly is and I probably could put that video in here.
And trust me, I'm not gonna like, oh baby, let me see your phone. Let me go through. No, man, because I trust you enough and respect you enough, knowing that you're not gonna disrespect me like that. You know what I'm saying? It should go both ways. Yeah.
Same way. So let's move on, because we spent too much time on that one, but
that was a good subject.
It is a good subject, and I think that Catherine really needs self-healing before she try to be in a relationship. Right. I think that eventually some will evolve with Marcus, because one thing about it, a person can't love you healthy, if that makes sense. Like, they can't love your insecurities. They can't, because they'll always be trying to, and I know Marcus seems like he's saying all the right things, and I hope he mean that it can be that man, but he seemed to be saying all the right things to be able to make Catherine feel like a woman. Oh, her femininity, da 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 da. But she should have a lot of that stuff within herself.
Right. It's all about action. Marcus gonna have to show it, not just say
it. About it. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. Cat needs some therapy, man. She's been, her childhood, it's been rough. It sounds like, like I said, her mom was never around to be doing nurturing things, so she probably had to learn everything on her own, and she probably never seen a healthy relationship. That's why her ex was way older than she was, because it sounded like she had daddy issues, So
let's move on. So Rick is out on a date with his auntie. I wanted to say mama, but I don't want to disrespect the lady like that. Not saying that the lady is old, but you trying to put Ricky up against an older woman, and it really look mama-ish and son-ish.
I won't say older, a mature person, a mature looking woman.
She said she in her 40, she 40-ish. She didn't even want to tell y'all early or late.
Here's the thing: if Ricky would dress like a man, he came in with some tennis shoes with buckles on it. You see the shoes with buckles on it?
It wasn't tennis shoes. I thought it was like boots.
Yeah, so you got just mature woman with high heels on, gold dress, shoes, and he comes in with boots on, with some tight jeans on. He just look kind of odd.
It look mama and sunnish. So anyway, her name is Kay. Beautiful woman, very mature. I could see people having a nice intellectual conversation with her. Now it seemed like, so it seemed like, now let me put it in the category, she would have been a better fit for a Zay date. You know what I'm saying? Because Zay and Jasmine are more mature. They're older. I don't know how old, but they seem more mature. So she would have been on a better date with him than going on a date with Ricky.
This date with Ricky and her it was like therapy.
It was.
She was a counselor and he was the patient.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. So she asked him about himself and all that stuff, whatever. She talked about, she's been married before. But it seemed, like we said, I don't know if Dr. Stacy wanted to send her assistant or somebody on her staff to go and talk to Ricky.
That's Dr. Stacy's friend.
Yep.
That's her girlfriend. Probably saw her sister. Hey, girl, you want to get on TV?
Yep.
I got this spot for you.
Yep. And he told her about the situation with Sheila, and she feed him and stuff, and she looked like that. And basically she was just saying that, it seemed like, there's some insecurity there with him, Ricky. And she had to ask him, you sure you're ready to be married? Oh, yeah. She said, now, our marriages don't look the same. Now, the first marriage, is with a woman, different woman than the one you with now.
Right.
So are you sure? So, you know, she asked him all those questions and stuff. So, you know, anyway. But he did say in his confession, you know, that date was more like a teacher. At least he, you know.
He saw what we saw.
Yep. So anyway, so Joya comes home from her date with Jasha said with her dress, nice dress he never seen before.
I said, hold up. I said, hold up. When he said that, I said, hold up, bro. So she wore this black.
Have you seen every dress in my closet?
Yeah.
You went through there and said,
Not like that, but every dress you wore so far, I've seen you with it before. Okay.
I don't wear a dress that you ain't never seen. Because I believe Joya.
Oh, first of all, they might not even stay together.
True. And
Okay.
I don't believe she went out to buy that dress. I believe that sometimes people have so many clothes that
And that could be it, but she's never, regardless to the point, it's a sexy dress, and she never wore it with him. That's what he's trying to get at. He never saw it.
Sexy by your eyes or his?
He is. That's what he said.
He
You know what I'm saying? And so he said he never seen it before. So now you're going on this date with Luther on the second date, knowing that Luther, you know.
Why every time you say Luther, I want to say, hey, you woo, woo, woo.
That's just pretty awesome.
I know.
Anyway, and you know, you wear this sexy dress for this man. You know, you never wore it for me. Yeah, I feel a certain type of way too. You know, you got your skin out, shoulder out.
She always doing that.
Well, come on, you know, on a sexy dress, you never been
on a sexy dress.
in a sexy dress that I never seen before.
You would never see it.
And turn around, you come home smiling and happy the second time too. Cause first time you come home smiling from the date with Luther. Now all of a sudden you wear this sexy dress on the second date. Yeah, I mean, kind of cautious, man.
So they talk about that. He talked about his date with the date he had briefly, honey.
Joya 2.0.
Yeah,
Joya
and
2.0.
she was like, "Oh, okay, you know, because he said it kind of reminded me of you." And she was like, "How?" And then he explained. She said, oh, "Okay, but my date was great," and she's smiling. And he said, "Okay, She asked him about the painting because she did bring the painting home, and I said, that man gonna throw it in the house now. Throw it outside. Now, don't you remember when Hollywood went on a date with Shawty, and she brought that necklace home?
Yeah.
And Kenny
threw it out the window. So
yeah.
So Kenny kept it real. He kept it real.
Now, Jay said he hold it back, but I know he want to fling it down them flights of down there because they look like they stay up pretty high.
Jay should stop being trying to be all reserved and cool, man. Let that anger out, man.
He was like, okay.
And I was like, okay. Push her through.
So she was like, okay, what do I want to do with it? He said, I don't know, don't match in this house. So I'm assuming they stay in separate places. Yeah, probably so because the son is, I'm quite sure. So yeah. So anyway, he saying you better take it somewhere, but it won't be up in here. So anyway, the couples are coming back to talk to Dr. Stacy. They talk about their dates. Jasmine went first. She tells about, her date, and she said that she liked the fact that he gave her his full attention. I like their date.
It was a good date.
Yeah,
they did have a good date.
I like the fact that dude. He said at first I thought he was kind of young, but then you see that gray coming out that beard and stuff like that, which adds a little bit more maturity to it. So I think it was good. It was up Jasmine's alley.
Plus, he said some good things. He dropped some good knowledge, to Jasmine and whatnot. So I thought it was a good day.
Going around, I said, okay, he gonna fall. And so she talked about that, and she enjoyed the fact that he had the full attention. That's one thing that Zay don't do. Don't give the full attention. So
the reason why Zay don't do it, or he didn't do it in the past, is because I guess he stays on the phone. Guess he got a lot of business that he's trying to run, and she said he gets on first thing in the morning. He's on the phone. Way she was saying that he has like 2 or 3 phones he go through. Oh, that's what I understand that I got. Go ahead.
So Zay said, he definitely can do better in that area. But Dr. Stacy said that, maybe I need to set aside a time, no phones, no nothing, to where y'all could just say, hey, at 2:00, we're going to sit down, we're going to have a conversation, we're going to talk about whatever. Because he said sometimes Jasmine throws stuff at him and he got to get his mind right from this, that. I said, well, I'm always throwing stuff at him. He throwing stuff at me. So I don't know how that'll work, but we sit down and have time to sit down and talk.
I don't like the schedule time. To be honest with you. If you got something to say, just go ahead and say it to me. You know what I'm saying? If I got something to say, I can't wait till 2:00 to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I might need to tell you right then and there.
Because you've been forgot, you made a whole list.
Yeah.
So they said they'll work on that. Zay didn't want a second date. He was like, she was cool and stuff like that, but it really wasn't no chemistry. I don't know if he said that. But
Zay don't have chemistry with nobody, man. He's all about Jasmine, man. I'm telling you.
So anyway, Ricky was talking about his date, and with Kay, he said no second date. That's in confession. He was like more like a teacher. Catherine talked about her date with Marcus, and she said this time was different because he was more or less talking to her as a friend versus, just talking about them and himself and stuff. So he was kind of giving her some good advice when it came to Ricky. And so she was listening. So, she was talking about Marcus was talking about the disrespect and the respect and stuff like that, and she listened and she cried. I said, "Oh, he gonna catch her. She finna cry again."
Well,
that little makeup was running.
And I hope Kat realized, that she needs some healing, because when you talking to someone, y'all having a discussion or an argument, and you cross that line of disrespect by calling that person a name, all that does is either shut the conversation down or escalates it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get disrespected when I'm talking to you or arguing with you, because all that gonna do is just make me more irritated, and I'm gonna disrespect you back and go back and forth. So the thing is, sometimes you, like you said, gotta remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? When you having conversations like that, don't disrespect that person. You can still get your point across without disrespecting that person.
Yeah, because some stuff you can't take back. Like, I don't care. People saying, well, I said that out of anger. Child, the Bible says that. So as a man speaks, this stuff come out of his heart. So basically, what comes out your heart, it come out your mouth. So evidently, honey, if you call me a B, then you probably felt like I was a B somewhere.
It's two times people tell the truth, in my opinion, when they mad and angry and when they drunk.
Yeah, definitely when they drunk, honey. All that.
I couldn't stand you back in the day. I thought you were a thought. Nah. Then when you sober, I never said that. Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you know that back in the day, I thought you were not talking about you per se.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's see. Dr. Stacy said, listen, you can't be so hard on yourself. You got to give yourself some grace and your partner some grace. So Ricky said that, he going to be there for Catherine. He going to help her through and stuff. And in her confession, she was like, child, you need help yourself. Huh? You need to be helping yourself.
She's right, too.
Don't help me help yourself. You can't help me if you ain't helped yourself.
They both, like I said, like Marcus said, it sounds like they have a toxic relationship.
Let's see. But yeah, see, and I think that's what Ricky may feel sorry for.
That could be it.
And you know how sometimes you ain't finna leave a person like when they going through so much or when they down, because he said she done been through a lot and she going through a lot.
He probably seen it because they've been friends for a long time and he know what she been through. Maybe you're right. Maybe he feels sorry for her and he's trying to be there, with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that good friend, because he was looking like, when she was crying, he looked like he was hurt.
Right.
But she said, regardless to the point, she's going to get another date with Marcus, honey. Because she said, I need to see this. Girl,
come on.
You enjoying this date with Marcus, honey, because he is boosting you up.
And sometimes people need that. They need somebody in their corner that's going to boost their ego.
Yesterday when I was in the shop, get my hair braided after the 12-hour thing, but in the midst, we ate and had entertainment in the shop. But anyway, the girl that was doing my hair, which actually is my daughter-in-law's sister. So she been doing my hair for a while. So she was saying something. She was telling the other girl, her husband on YouTube, yada yada yada, and she was like, I said, girl, you better boost my head. And she was like, da 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 da. I said, girl, you better. She said, I'm telling the truth though. I said, you better. So sometimes boosting your head up, you know what I'm saying, give you them props and all that stuff, whatever, you make you feel kind of good.
But it depends how you receive it too. Some people gotta be humble with it.
Yeah, they do.
Don't get all in your ego. Think you the man. Think when you walk to Burger King, you need first class service at Burger King because somebody said something. They see you on YouTube.
That's right, hon. Oh, yes, I'm on. You need an autograph?
Give me an onion ring. Since I'm on YouTube, give me an extra onion ring.
So, Jasha is talking about, his date, how things went, and that's what he said. There was no chemistry there. Same thing. Why would I want to replicate what I already got? He said there's no second date for him. Joya said, oh, yes, child. I think she says another date. Yeah, she said it. Joya said that she talked about, her date, and he gave her a gift and everything. And Dr. Stacy said, well, Joya, seemed like that made you, happy. She said, yeah, because he was very intentional. Let me tell you something about me. I try to be, with my husband is maybe a different case because he don't require a lot, but that he require is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? As far as gifts. So, he can have something like, but then it shoot from to that. So, I really have to be financially intentional with him because if he likes something, it costs money.
That's why I don't ask you for a lot. I don't ask people for a lot.
No, you don't ask me nothing at all. What I was saying by that, I try to listen to what people say. Oh man, I wouldn't mind doing this. I wouldn't mind having that. One day I'm gonna go here, da 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 da, whatever. So I try to be intentional. That's what Joya was saying. That dude was listening to her colors, the flamingo, all that stuff. Well, they found out they got the same thing, but he was listening to what she liked to be intentional with a gift. I don't like to give unintentional gifts unless it's money, and that could be because I don't really know some of the stuff you like, but I have had friends in the past that have been very intentional with their gifts and they was very shocked. So I like intentional gifts because that means you listening and you know me. So that's what I was saying about you. My gifts for you can be very intentional, but sometimes you want to spend $1,000 on your car. I don't know what there's to do, how to do that. I like that. Or
no, you give me $1,000 for my car. That's all you gotta do, man.
But I like to go and get it. I'm not finna just give you the money. I like to go and purchase it and surprise you.
Drive the car over the state line, drop it off, and get the work done.
Okay, so I'm gonna drive your stick shift over there.
That's right.
Okay, all right. And you gonna let me just leave out and you gonna do it?
You gonna pay for the work that needs to be done for it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a very expensive hobby. Okay, and my hobby costs a lot of money. Okay, I'm into cars. Okay. And, so when I like to do things, I like to do something to my car. Some people got shoes. Some people got, clothes. I got cars. Okay. So that's
what's my hobby?
Your hobby is,
yeah, you don't know.
You don't have a hobby per se.
I really don't.
You really don't have a hobby.
So anyway, as far as the gifts and stuff like that, so she said she like intentional. As far as what Jasha does, she said his gifts are expensive, so it may be trips to here and there, going on this cruise or doing stuff. So they are expensive, but her, you don't have to spend a lot of money on her in small amounts. It's just the
small
part,
gifts, right?
Yeah, the small gifts are part of being intentional. She said when they go on trips, he get to enjoy that too. So
and she made a lot of sense, cause I'm like Jasha too, Hey,
I've been so.
Yeah, I said, man, what you talking about? I'm taking you here and there, but I'm enjoying the trips also. Exactly. So it's not just for you, it's for me too.
You ain't sitting somewhere in the corner and telling me, man, I wish we were somewhere. No, you up there. Ooh, let's go here, let's go there, let's do this. So yeah, is it my trip or yours? So is it your trip or mine? So yeah, exactly. So
when we go to Las Vegas, that's our anniversary, right?
But who get to enjoy? I want to do this, I want to do that. So this is what we do now for our anniversary. I go where I want to go one year. He go and choose the trip he want to go the next year. We try to do it like that. So, the reason we went to Jamaica is because I wanted to go. He didn't want to go. But I promise you, he enjoyed it while we was there. He didn't sit somewhere in the corner and tell me, I want to go home. He didn't do that.
It was all right, man, to the last day when taxi cab driver kicked us out.
First of all, it wasn't a taxi.
Oh, a BMW guy. Chauffeur.
Yeah.
A chauffeur, yeah.
So anyway, so Jasha got, felt a little slighted by that because he felt as though, I'm giving you gifts. I'm spoiling you. I'm doing, my best as a man to make sure my girl is satisfied and happy. And you saying that these right here was gifts that I enjoyed. So I've never seen Jasha cry. I didn't even know the man was gonna cry or have, because he always had that cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I never thought I see him get shook like this.
Yeah.
But I don't care how cool you are. I don't care how hard you are or how manly you're trying to be. If the person you love cuts you deep enough, you're gonna shake. Okay, and he shook. Okay, but for him just sit there and tear up because his wife, but his girl basically saying, "Yeah, you're doing all this stuff, but it's still not good enough." Yeah, I can understand why he felt that way, but hopefully he'll learn from this that okay, maybe she don't like this big stuff. I give her small stuff instead.
Don't be petty.
And I'll be petty. Baby, when next time? No, small stuff. Small stuff. We go around the corner, go to the park. We ain't going to the country no more. Small. Remember that? You say you like small things now. So,
do a picnic in the park.
Yeah.
Save thousands of dollars on the trip.
For now, small things, man. When next time we go on, you got a passport stamp. No, we ain't going to passport. You going to think stamp. We go to Six Flags and get a stamp.
So, yeah, I was like, wow, he was really hurt to the point he had tissue. So, really, in tears because he was like, as a man, he doing the best he can.
Yeah,
so
I get it, Jason, man. You think you're doing the right thing, keeping your woman happy, and she throw this curveball at you.
Another thing too that some men, not sure if this in their relationship, some men feel as though if they buy their woman gifts, that's you know what I'm saying?
But I don't think Jason,
especially if she in the gift.
Yeah, I don't think Jason's that way though. I think Jason, he thought he was actually doing the right thing by just enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes enjoying life with one another is a gift to both of y'all. And for him to hear that she's still not satisfied with that, that can be kind of jacked up. So if that's the case, man, you go to get with Mr. Pink Flamingo then. Be with him. And go with Luther.
Hey, you. All
right. Luther, that's Jeffrey Osborne.
Hey, you. I think that Martin had did that one time. Did he do that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was like, that stuck. All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to woo. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like this video. Make sure that you like. I told y'all we got something special for y'all.
Now you're doing St. Clair now.
What?
Ooh.
We showing our age, ain't it? The 90s was everything.
Yeah, it was.
So don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first.
Deuces.
Hey! Always put God first.